This is not just an upgrade. This might be the most powerful desktop Apple has ever built. The Mac Studio M5 Ultra is leaking, and what we are hearing sounds absolutely insane. Apple is reportedly preparing the next generation of its professional desktop monster, powered by the all-new M5 Ultra chip. And if the early leaks are even close to accurate, this machine could completely dominate high-end editing, 3D rendering, workflows, and cinematic production. Right now, creative professionals rely heavily on the current Mac Studio models powered by the M2 Ultra. They are fast, extremely fast, but Apple never stays still. And with the M5 architecture rumored to move to an even more advanced fabrication process, performance could jump to a whole new level. The M5 Ultra is expected to be built on an improved 3nm or possibly next-gen 2nm process. That means more transistors, higher efficiency, and significantly better thermal performance. Translation: more power without sounding like a jet engine. Leaks suggest that the CPU core count could increase beyond what we saw in the M2 Ultra. We may see an upgraded hybrid architecture with more high-performance cores and more efficiency cores working together seamlessly. For video editors using Final Cut Pro, DaVinci Resolve, or Adobe Premiere, this could mean real-time 8K editing without proxies. Now let's talk about GPU power. The M5 Ultra GPU is rumored to push graphics performance to workstation-level territory. We are hearing whispers of massive GPU core counts designed specifically for 3D artists, animators, and AI developers. Imagine rendering complex 3D scenes in Blender in half the time. Imagine exporting massive cinematic projects without waiting forever. And that's not even the biggest part. AI acceleration. Apple is heavily investing in on-device artificial intelligence. The M5 Ultra could feature a significantly upgraded neural engine designed for machine learning workloads, faster AI image processing, advanced voice isolation, real-time AI upscaling, and potentially deeper integration with future Mac OS features. Memory is another area where Apple might go aggressive. The current Mac Studio already supports huge unified memory configurations. With the M5 Ultra, we could see even larger memory ceilings. That means massive multitasking with zero slowdowns, dozens of Chrome tabs, 8K footage, 3D assets, all open, all smooth. And because this is Mac Studio, cooling matters. Apple's compact thermal design has been impressive so far. If the new chip is more efficient, that means sustained performance for longer workloads without throttling. For creators, that's everything. Now let's address design. Will Apple redesign the Mac Studio? Most leaks suggest the exterior may remain similar to the current model. Apple tends to refine internally before redesigning externally. So we may see the same compact aluminum block, minimal, powerful, professional, but internally, completely transformed. Ports are expected to remain generous. Thunderbolt 5 could finally appear. Faster data transfer, faster external SSD speeds, faster external GPU-level performance through high-bandwidth connectivity. Now let's talk about release timing. Apple usually updates the Mac Studio in cycles aligned with chip readiness. Based on industry patterns, late 2026 could be a strong possibility for the M5 Ultra variant, especially if the base M5 lineup launches first in MacBooks. Pricing. This will not be cheap. The Mac Studio has always been targeted at professionals. If the M5 Ultra delivers a major leap, pricing could start at premium territory once again. But for professionals who make money from performance, this machine could easily pay for itself. Here's the big question. Is it worth waiting for the M5 Ultra? If you're already using older Intel Macs, waiting could be the smartest move you make this year. If you're on M1 or M2, it may depend on your workflow intensity. But one thing is clear, Apple is not slowing down. The Mac Studio M5 Ultra is shaping up to be a desktop monster built for the future of AI, filmmaking, coding, and high-performance creative work. And when it drops, it could redefine what a compact desktop is capable of. If these leaks are true, competitors should be very nervous, because Apple might be about to release its most powerful silicon ever. Now comes the question everyone is asking. When is the Mac Studio M5 Ultra actually launching? Looking at Apple's release pattern, the company typically introduces new desktop silicon after stabilizing the base chip lineup in MacBooks first. If the standard M5 chip arrives in MacBook Pro models earlier in the year, the Ultra variant usually follows months later. Industry trends suggest that late 2026 is the most realistic window. Apple often prefers either a fall event or press release style announcement. For Mac Studio updates, a possible timeline could be October or November 2026, aligning with Apple's professional hardware refresh cycle. However, there is also a slight possibility of an early 2027 launch if production of advanced chips faces delays. Now let's talk about price. The Mac Studio has always been positioned as a premium professional machine. The previous Ultra models started at high-end pricing, targeting filmmakers, developers, and creative studios rather than casual users. If the M5 Ultra brings a significant performance leap, Apple is unlikely to lower pricing. We could realistically see a starting price in the same premium bracket, potentially even slightly higher depending on memory and storage configurations. Expect base models to target professionals, while fully maxed out configurations could easily reach extreme pricing levels for those demanding the absolute best performance available in a compact desktop. But here's the thing. For professional creators, performance equals productivity, and productivity equals money. So for editors, animators, AI developers, and content studios, the Mac Studio M5 Ultra may not be an expense. It may be an investment. Until Apple officially announces it, everything remains based on leaks and production patterns. But one thing feels certain. Now let's compare this upcoming monster to the competition, because power means nothing without context. First, let's compare it with the previous generation Mac Studio powered by M2 Ultra. If the M5 Ultra delivers even a 25 to 40% performance jump in CPU and GPU workloads, that alone would make it one of the biggest generational upgrades Apple has ever done in its desktop lineup. Faster rendering, faster exports, faster AI processing. For professionals, that difference is massive. Now let's step outside Apple. On the Windows side, high-end workstation desktops powered by Intel Core i9 or AMD Ryzen Threadripper processors dominate the raw core count game. Machines from brands like Dell, HP, and custom-built workstations offer extreme configurations. But here's where Apple changes the game. Efficiency. Apple Silicon is built on unified memory architecture. That means the CPU, GPU, and Neural Engine share the same memory pool. No bottlenecks, no slow transfers between components. That alone gives Apple a massive real-world performance advantage in creative workflows. In video editing, Apple systems running Final Cut Pro are already optimized at a deep software level. With M5 Ultra, we could see near-instant exports for complex timelines. That's something many traditional workstations struggle to match, without massive power consumption. Now compare size. Most Windows workstations are large towers, heavy, loud, power-hungry. The Mac Studio, compact, minimal, quiet. If the M5 Ultra increases performance without increasing heat, Apple could maintain its silent workstation advantage, something creators absolutely love during long editing sessions. Now let's talk about AI workloads. The Windows ecosystem often relies heavily on discrete NVIDIA GPUs for AI acceleration. And yes, NVIDIA still dominates many AI training workloads. But Apple is rapidly improving its Neural Engine capabilities for on-device AI features, creative automation, and macOS integration. The M5 Ultra could become one of the most optimized AI desktops in its class. So the real question is this: will it beat high-end Windows workstations in every category? Probably not in extreme custom GPU setups, but will it deliver unmatched performance per watt, unmatched optimization, and unmatched ecosystem integration? Very likely. And that is Apple's real strategy. Not just raw power, smart power, compact power, efficient power. If the leaks are true, the Mac Studio M5 Ultra won't just compete. It will redefine what a professional desktop should look like in 2026.